And, Coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Cleveland Browns. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready? Silver.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Aaron Donald's secret, if there is one, to his play, his ability to contort his body in such a way that you can't get a good...
On second and 12, Brissett. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. From the shotgun, it's Brissett trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now Landry. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Browns will take over first and 10. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Breeze going to throw. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one as a receiver is a defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him. 2
plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a second and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's second and 3. Now, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really frequent combination. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a third and 3. Now Breeze. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So forget the field goal. Give them the first on that penalty.
How about that? That's one way to pick it up, but that's doing it the hard way. But they'll accept it.
So how big might the special teams mistake be there? Running into the kicker, and that penalty leads to 1st and 10.
54, hey, team 6.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down.
Ready? Yellow lady. Right, 54. Kill.
Again, it's Breeze. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
2nd and 5 now. Brissett. In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Ready.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Good. Line 4, ready. X3. Good.
To throw is Breeze. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the precious guys. Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. Oh, he got position on him. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
53.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds Taylor, complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Larry Ogunjobi drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
A 31-yard attempt.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Brissett now. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
Intercepted. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Ready. 95-56. 95-56.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Right there, 54.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
That's a gain of 3.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready. Yellow lady.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Hey, kill. 11.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. The quick slant caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Ready. Yellow lady.
54. Here we go.
There's Breeze. And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. Jarvis Landry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that makes our score 17-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Colts take over 1st and 10
Let's go.
at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
You're going to see me in your nightmare.
It's a jet sweep. Here comes Higgins. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
From midfield now on second down. Brissett, he almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
And 2 yards to go.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
What we got? What we got?
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Let's go.
Now Brissett on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Browns drive about to get started. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Chubb with a first down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 coming up. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big play there for the Browns. 46 yards.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. They come out here in the I. 2nd and goal from the 1.
I'm going back.
Now Breeze. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Drew Brees does it again. 3 first-half touchdown passes for him now. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, Brissett. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Watch the screen. Pass. Up.
On 3rd down, Brissett. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Brissett to throw on first. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. They go play action with Brissett. Funchess has it complete. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Kamara off the draw. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity of the ball game. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Rashard Higgins, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here.
Hey, tank. Mike, 53, Mike. Get your swerve on. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike. No, what? Go. Mike, 53. Watch the play.
Here's Brissett. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. Shotgun now for Breeze. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. It was Quincy Wilson that time, was able to make the play defensively.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
You're good, you're good. I forward, ready. Bravo.
To throw, it's Breeze. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
10 yards to go.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. They give the Chubb out of the gun, and he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
You don't want no problem. You don't want no problem from me.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Ready.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. Well, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
Let's go.
come on, capitalize on this one.
Set. Check 53. Let's go, baby. Big turnover. Get that ball. Get that ball. Slam, slam. Hopper. Trump. 53 at the mic. 53 at the mic.
Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Eric Murray. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing.
Now this one complete on the slant route, and he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Let's go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Breeze now to throw. And that's going to be caught for the Browns. Touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Drew Brees as his guys continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. 20, 10, touchdown, Indianapolis. Alvin Kamara, his second touchdown on the season. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Mack Wilson.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They won more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Now here's a throw, and that's Taywan Taylor with it. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on second down. Brees. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Brees now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. A good run by Chubb on first down as he'll get about 6 yards there. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the 22, Brees. They set up the screen to Chubb. And they'll get this down to the 10. 12 yards there and a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
To throw is Brees. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Robert Woods, his second touchdown on the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. A diving catch for the score he laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box, touchdown.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that will extend this big lead.
14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Play fake. Brissett. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
On play action, Brissett. It's caught by Funchess. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. A 10th carry for Kamara. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Check 53 is mine. Wild Bill. Wild Bill.
Play action now. Brissett, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in the second half.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 25-yard line. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Cut. Run it.
You're going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He's got it to Hilton. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Brissett now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Brissett. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. So after the sack here, 2nd and 14.
Mike, 53, Mike. Watch the curls. Let's go.
To throw is Brissett. And the catch made by Hilton. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Brissett, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now Brissett. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Morgan Burnett. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me.
Wow.
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And you know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
36. Kill.
They run it again with Chubb, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
We got double up. 6-6, bullet high. Hey, kill.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller since that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
A run with Chubb on first down, not going to be a good one. He won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And again, it's Chubb. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll run with Chubb. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, Ken. Put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Browns, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So